And we are live. I'm calling my food. Hey, yeah. Hey, ngasho iphinde. It's about that time. The last day of the year. Mbili sifuze ekhaya nina. Ngokukhula I grew up. I was born and raised in KZN. Kwelinye nje ikasi kuthiwa imtubatuba. Imtubatuba ngase Richards Bay. Awu ngisho khona bese kusele ngeke phela kube khona konke. Hawu. But my first career choice was music. I always tell people ukuthi I always love music. Kakhulu Chris Brown. Yabo ngangithanda lo mjida lo ukuthi how he became famous at 16 and I was like, eh. So I've always wanted to be famous. I didn't know what I always wanted to be famous. I didn't know what I always wanted to be famous. I didn't know what I want. Lalela phela is the more passion you're acting yakhula ngathi man no man. And like ngakwazi mos nami ukukhuluma phambi kwecamera. How do I get there? Yabo I started asking questions ukuthi ngaba mina acting ngathi makuthiwa action on the spot. I create a scenario, ngiya act, yabo. So yeah, basically that's how my love for the thing grew. Like I ngeke ngikwenza ke mistake ngokuhloso kaNkulunkulu simakade, but it's not something angakade ngicabanga, but ngathi mase ngiphakathi, and then I was like, you know what, I'm in my element mangenza lento. Like I'm happy. So I don't feel like I'm working, man. I don't feel like I'm working man act, even though I'm working. Like it's fun. And I was like, no, I wanna do this. And then I started pursuing it. You know, khuluma ngokuthi mhlawumbe ngiqale ngithatha ama trainings, attended acting workshops, nje kanjalo. But to answer your question, how uthando lwaqala lapho when a friend of mine called me and said, listen, wozoba famous, and then sokunikeza imali for ukwenza famous. Yeah. Yes. Hey, nkosi yami. Yeah. Hey, yabo bethu ngiyathanda ngoba uyayazi le struggle ama artists ayifaceayo when they tell abazali babo ukuthi they wanna pursue acting, because acting, to be honest, in fact, not just like in black families or communities, they don't necessarily see acting or anything art related as a career which is sound, yabo. So they always push you to do your engineering and whatnot, yabo. And which I think it can call up, because that's why you find manje abo tisha or people who do certain jobs who are not passionate about it, and then they make impilo zabantu miserable because you're not doing what you love. But to answer your question, yazi mina mfethu, I was blessed and privileged to have the kind of parent that I had. I grew up with a single mother, ngakhuliswa uma old lady mfethu. So umama mina ngeke ngithi I had it as hard as most people, but the only thing my mother told me, I remember mangisasesikele, she told me ukuthi finish high school, and then after high school you can do whatever you want. Because she always knew what I was interested in the industry. I want to be a musician. Once you give me a this girl, go to matric, told matric, and then after matric, you can do whatever you want. Yeah, but so for me, she's always been, but it was never a situation of completely. She was just worried as a parent would be. Yeah, ngokubona kwami mina ngibona ngathi angazi it's because you know parents also have expectations. Okay, at this time umntanami will be working so when you're not stable as yet, they become worried. So it was just a glimmer of worry on my parents' side ukuthi siyakusupporta but mhlambe don't you want to get something on the side and for me as hard as it was to hear that because now it's discouraging now, but I didn't want to. I thank God for the kind of people I used to listen to. Guti, I remember listening to a podcast where one of the actors used to say, Guti, having it's dangerous to try have a plan B, because Uma when's something you go half-heartedly, you don't put your all in it, because you're like, if this doesn't work, then I can always fall back on this. And if you don't have anything to fall back on, you work 100 times as hard as anyone else would, and that you need to work hard to succeed in this industry. So I thank God for that. But my mother was very supportive. It's just that now you'll be worried when it's been 2 years, it's been 3 years, it's been 3 years. Ask which one do you think was the most? Which one do you think? No, get on about it. I think for me the most challenging. Which one challenged me the most? So the crime side of life, on a day-to-day basis, I wouldn't be part of that. So once I become an actor, it excites me because now it's almost like I get to play with my imagination to say, okay, how ruthless would I be? So I like that it allows me to play and explore. So which one? I'll tell you the one I enjoyed the most. The one I enjoyed the most is definitely My Brother's Keeper. Because of the freedom they gave me. They said, he was a fun character to play because he's a loose cannon, man. Because I also got to do stunts with My Brother's Keeper. Kubizwe i-stunt specialist, kubizwe gun specialist, no spam because ngoba ngisho ukuthi if umuntu ongayena umuntu wecrime isibhamu sokuthi mhlawumbe akazosebenzisa so now bakubona no isibhamu slodo kanje. Can I tell you, isibhamu buya ngathi kulula ukufaka inhla lati inzima bafethu ungayazi kunzima ukuload inhlamvu kwi-cartridge. That one is not as easy as it looks. I've always thought it's easy until bathi ngiyenza inzima leyo kanti lento ikhala kanje So it was. I think X for me was my most challenging and most rewarding because mangibuke screen. No, no. I'm not married. I'm not married as yet. I think for now, marriage is something I wish to. In the future, but I'm more focused on my career. Because it's. I'm nowhere near where I want to be, but I'm still starting to gain the momentum, because but in industry there's a lot of details. It's tough and pushing me, and as much as I've been in the industry since 2016, I think in momentum engiyibona ukuthi okay contest yenza manje ngiqala ukuyigaina kakhulu 2 years back. And kakhulukazi this year khulekani Sure. Sure. Love. That's the meaning of my name. Well, I mean, obviously salary, yabo. Salary. Characters are like how njengoba now ne-biography moya kwi-interview nani like it's like people who really exist. So bakuchazela ukuthi okay, u-Aramis Ngwenya umuntu okanje kanjena, uthandani, what are his weaknesses, what are his strengths, ukhule kanjani, ukhuliswe ubani. Yabo, bakuchazele nje ubiyena ukuthi kanjani. So it's when I read the bio yomjida and then I'm like, yeah, this sounds like a fun character that I would like to explore, because at the end of the day, we must act. It's like kids playing. If ukhumbula as ingane, we used to do a lot of playing. Mhlawumbe sidlala imizi or mdlala ngamatshe nithi ninemoto nemizi. So it was your imagination, yabo, that you were living that life. Ukuthi hayi ngumuntu ubaba omuzi nginemoto nan. So when we're acting, yabo, maybe you might have to be a doctor, an engineer, or a drug addict. So if it's a lifestyle that you've never experienced, you will have to now go into the process of doing research. Go wenze research ukuthi okay, about doctor bakhuluma kanjani, what's the language, what's the yabo, because in any workspace or any environment, people have a cliche way abakhuluma ngayo. Like for example, I'm a taxi driver, people already know what's a cliche of a taxi driver. Yabo, how do they sound? They are rude, they are this. So you need to learn those traits so that umuntu makbuka, before you even anyone explains from hearing you speak, they know no, this person is actually 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So you need to do research, and then after doing research, you now have to bring it back home. It's okay, fine. Audition, because I'm like, okay, but like X. I remember X no Cisco. X after rehearsing and my lines and club abangani bami ngifuna ungifundisa ama line kanje. Mese ngwabambile, and then I call another expert eye to give me a critique. What can I do better? Nasi script, and then basfund and bas analyze, and then we work on the performance together. Yeah, I know this works, this doesn't work, and then once we are comfortable, it's okay, fine. This presentation manje is the best one. Then now we get to shooting. If sometimes you're going audition online, therefore you need to shoot a tape. Sometimes they require you to come to the venue or audition so depending on how the audition is. But before figure out, you need to make sure that on your part you are ready and you think the interpretation yako is the best version. Because there's not I could know if it's audition room. No, I didn't do my best. So already before they judge you, and also you ask I didn't give out my best. So already maybe on cast you're like, I'm very petty. So what you try to do is, well, I mean my element rap. You can wake me up at 3 a.m. What's a rap now? I'll rap. But I do everything depending on what the producer gives me at the time. Because also music, advanced. There was a time where rap was hot. There was a time where R&B was hot. There was a time manja piano. So for me, it really depends on what my producer gives me. Yeah, there's a lot happening. There's a lot in the pot. There's a lot cooking. I can't necessarily reveal much yet, so I don't know. So yeah, there's something in the pot, definitely. Yeah, but it's just we're still finalizing. So yeah, just follow me on social media, and I'll update everyone there. The Gabon. But I hope you guys could hear me. But yeah, I'm gonna